why don't you tell me how many players we have today? Good stuff. All right, player 1, type your name in. Player 2, you're up. Type away.
45 seconds.
Good deal. Now, player 3, can you spell your name for us? All right, first things first. Pick which episode you want to play.
Seconds.
Player 1, your buzzer is the letter Q. Q as in quickie. Player 2, you're buzzing in on the letter B as in bravo. And player 3, you're the letter P as in pig-headed pain in the patootie.
20 seconds.
All right, ready? You're going to get a bunch of questions. First person to hit their buzzer gets first crack at the question. And you just pick the answer you think is right by hitting the number on the keyboard. Easy as pie. All right, now get out of here.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Yeah, all right. Welcome to our junk mail episode, dedicated to all that bulk rate mail you get every day, huh? Although, since I've been working out, I like to think of myself as a bulk rate mail. You know what I'm talking about, huh? Yeah, baby. Yeah. We're going to get started by passing out the hardware. Listen up. Say the question comes up and your neighbor gets that Mount Rushmore look on their face like they don't have a clue as to what's going on. That's the perfect time to buzz in, hit the S key, and screw them. Then they gotta answer. Got it? Now, let's see what happens in today's episode. Player 2, how about a category? The category is, the mauve mailbox doesn't match the rest of the house. $2,000 for a correct answer. Okay, so you know sometimes when organizations want donations, they'll send you those sticky little address labels? Well, suppose Bill Clinton keeps using those sticky address labels that he received while living in the White House. Where will his mail be returned? 20 Arkansas Avenue, 1300 Connecticut Avenue, 1400 Wisconsin Avenue, or 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Take a shot, player 2. Well, I haven't been there since I was a young boy, but unless they moved it, the White House address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Of course, Bill's gonna be right back in hot water when they find out he's been using those Amnesty International labels without sending them any money. Player 2, take your pick.
Question alert. Question alert.
The category? I subscribe to every magazine, and I haven't won. You get it right, you get $2K. Okay, John Q. Public, get ready to start typing and fill in the blank. Say you get a letter from Ed McMahon saying that you may already be a winner. Considering the show he hosted, what talent contest might you assume you have already won? Next time, think about typing this. My close personal friend Ed McMahon hosted Star Search. And in his honor, I'm going to have a Star Search spokesmodel deliver the next joke.
Stay tuned for the juggling competition when Star Search continues.
Okay, I didn't really mean it. I was just trying to make a funny thing. Okay.
Stay tuned for the dance competition when Star Search continues.
Oh, sweet mercy, what have I created? Player 1, tell me what's next. Let's take a look at you have the right for them to remain silent. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. One question coming right up. Given the time of night that telemarketing becomes illegal in the United States, when should you stop screening your calls? 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., or 11 p.m.? Player 2, who's going to get the screw? Player 3, you gotta take that. Give me an answer. It's illegal for telemarketers to bother you before 8 a.m. and after 9 p.m. Of course, I'll still have to screen my calls since no legal calling constraints have yet been placed on my Uncle Stewie. The paperwork's taking a little longer than we expected. Nice work, Player 2. Looks like you're getting screwed. Let's see how you handle the hardware. Player 3, your category. For your enjoyment, the Columbia House of Ill Repute. How does $2,000 sound? Okay, so you know those music club deals they got where they have the little pictures of musicians and album covers on these cute little stamps? You know, you get 12 CDs for a penny and, oh, by the way, we now own your soul. Say you're ordering the rap album To the Extreme. When you lick the backside to adhere the stamp, what might you expect to taste? Let's see, vanilla ice, iced tea, ooh, ice cube, or, oh, salt and pepper. Player 1, who do you want to screw? Player 3, you're getting screwed right in front of me. What are you going to do? Very nicely done. To the Extreme was Vanilla Ice's big album, and you should consider yourself lucky that such a big star lets you lick his backside for only a penny. Well, like the man says, Player 1, one good screw deserves another. How about it, Player 3, category? All right, flesh, butt, spits, I'm poor.
It's time for a Riverfish Breast Nut.
Take a look at this gibberish category. That dick. Let's get the ball rolling at $5K for this gibberish question. All right, listen up. Every second and a half, some of that cash is going to disappear. So if you want to win big, you got to move quick. Okay, tell me what well-known postal phrase this rhymes with. His mess, we sigh. Well, and don't let that screwy punctuation faze you. First clue, it's written on postcards. I got bit in Florida. Okay, it's written on postcards that fall out of magazines. Last clue, reply to a business in the mail? Sure. Every time I'm sitting on the toilet reading my subscription to Tiger Beat, I get that little card that falls out and nearly slices my thigh open with a paper cut. You know the one, it says, his mess we sigh whale. Dear Tiger Beat, yes, 1,000 times yes, I will renew my subscription to you. But, my darling Tiger Beat, you must never ask me anything, and you must never go through my stacks of teen people. Thank you for paying my postage. Love, Schmitty. Let's have a category, Player 1. Shake hands with person enclosed, do not bend. You get it right, I'm giving you $1,000. Let's see how you handle this one. Congratulations, your mail order bride is from Jakarta. When she arrives, what country's stamp will you find stuck on her forehead? Thailand, Singapore, Venezuela, or Indonesia? It's all you, Player 3. Jakarta is the capital of the Republic of Indonesia. But be careful on your wedding night when you take off her bra. Some objects may have settled during shipping. Player 3, time to make a choice. Let's have a big warm welcome for Dead Letter Office Worker. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Ready? Catch this. Considering he killed a man over some mail, which of the following characters' houses might mail carriers try to avoid on their route? Biff Tannen from Back to the Future, Griffin Mill from The Player, Radio Raheem from Do the Right Thing, or Jack Walsh from Midnight Run? Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? In the film The Player, cold-hearted studio exec Griffin Mill kills a guy he thinks is sending him hate mail. Apparently, the letter began with, "G. Mill, you have not already won $10 million. Player 1, what's up? This category is known as You May Already Be a Christian. You want 6,000 bucks? Give me your right answer. Forward march. Say the early Christians had used the power of junk mail to spread the word. Since he's famous for his persuasive letters, whom could they have gotten to author their Join Our Club mailings? St. Paul, St. Matthew, St. Thomas, or St. Dick? Player 3, who would you like to screw? Player 2, you gotta answer it. That's what you get for stealing cable. Player 1, player 3, let's do something. Here's the one the winners pick. St. Paul is famous for the letters or epistles he wrote to churches, and for sending along a free sample of laundry detergent with every scroll. Goodness, my shroud smells as fresh as a spring breeze in Bethlehem. I bless you, St. Paul. Category time, player 2. Open wide and get ready for Mad Dogs and Mailmen. 4K coming your way for a right answer. Okay, if you've ever heard the phrase snail mail, you'll get a kick out of this one. Suppose instead of a mailman, you had a snail man dropping off your letters. Considering the properties of snails, which of the following would probably be true? He'd never forget his route. He could jump up to reach your mailbox. He'd always wear blue, or he could carry 700 times his weight in mail. Player 3, have at it. See, now me, I wouldn't have gone this way. Player 1, player 2, it's open. Here's the one you didn't pick. Snails secrete a mucus-like substance when they travel, and it leaves this very easy-to-see trail behind them. So your snail man would always have a little mucus map to follow. Of course, the real problem with snail men is that the pigeons keep eating them. Player 2, what do you want? Well, very nice pickin'. Get ready to play a When Did Happen? All right, I'm going to show you an event like this. Man first walks on the moon. Then I'm going to list off 7 other events like this one. All you got to do for each one is tell me whether it happened before or after man first walked on the moon, or if it never happened at all. Buzz in when the correct answer is lit, you'll get $1,000. But be careful, if you buzz in when the incorrect answer is lit, you lose $1,000 each time you're wrong. Hope you got all that. Let's do it. The category for this When Did Happen is, some call it ambrosia. Okay, now everybody knows that junk email is called spam, right? Which just gives a bad name to Spam, the tasty meat treat. Which brings me to 1937, the magical year that heaven came to earth when this event happened. Hormel introduces Spam to the world. So tell me, was this wonderful magical product introduced before Spam, after Spam, or has it never graced our world at all? That's it. Let's see what we've done. Player 3, that's not horrible. Let's see what that does to the score situation. Player 3 hangs on to the lead. Okay, now, where were we? Player 3, why don't you pick one? Well, what do we have here? Or current illegal alien. We're talking 6K here, so pay attention. See, now most of the junk mail I get is addressed to the residents at... I'm sorry, but who are these the residents at people, and why haven't they had their mail forwarded? Assuming they are neither U.S. veterans nor married to U.S. citizens, how long must the residents at be residents of the United States before they become eligible for citizenship? 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years? Player 1! To be eligible for U.S. citizenship, a legal immigrant must have resided in the U.S. for 5 years. That's to make sure they've grown comfortable with American customs, like securing 7 or 8 credit cards with a low introductory APR. Player 1, what are we doing? We're calling this one, I found her G-stamp. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Okay, wake up! Got a different type of question here for you. For this next one, you're gonna have to choose the answer that best completes the sequence. Here, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a little hint. Postage. You got it? All right, lick this. 18, 22, 25, blank, 32, 33. Come on. What goes in the blank? 27, 29, 30, or 35? It's all yours, player 1. 27? Whoa! I was 27 once? Oh man, that is so weird that you would pick that number. It's like you knew. Player 2, player 3, who's gonna get it? It's all you. Way back in 1995, the cost of mailing a letter in the U.S. went up from 29 to 32 cents. Although, I've been known to toss my mail person a couple extra pennies just to be sure that my mail makes it to the right address. Hey, when it comes to postage, I don't mess around. It's all you, player 3. What do you want? All right, give it up for Because Coupons Care. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Okay, have you seen these coupons they send around now where they've got a picture of somebody who's missing asking, have you seen me? And then on the other side, there's this tasteful coupon. Well, given famous people who have disappeared and have yet to be found, which of the following would you not see in your pile of junk mail? Amelia Earhart on a dry cleaning coupon, Jimmy Hoffa on a liquor store coupon, Virginia Dare on an oil change coupon, or Howard Hughes on a pizza coupon? Howard Hughes may have been a freakish recluse, but he was never missing. Which kinda sucks, cause I could've used that pizza coupon. Talk to me, player 3. For your viewing pleasure, going at it like rabbits. Sit up straight, this one's gonna be worth $6,000. You know, I don't get this. You get on one freaking mailing list and suddenly everybody knows you once ordered some crotchless panties from Fredericks of Hollywood. It was a gift, all right? Have you no decency? Say your junk mail increases exponentially. If on day 1 you get 2 pieces and on day 2 you get 4, how many pieces of junk mail will you get on day 6? 10, 24, 32, or 64? Player 1! If your mail grows exponentially from 2 to 4 in a day, by day 6 you'll have 2 to the 6th, or 64. And once and for all, I don't need that many catalogs for crotchless panties. It was a gift! But I'll tell you, I've never felt that kind of freedom. Welcome to the Jack Attack. When you see 2 words on the screen that match, hit your buzzer. If you're right, I'll give you $2,000. If you're wrong, you're going down 2,000. But don't forget, remember the clue. Not any old word's gonna do it. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Or current resident. Oh, that reminds me. I have to order more of those return address labels. See ya. pretty stiff competition on that one. Let's see who's gonna walk away with it. That's a win for player 3. Well, player 3, that win wasn't as spectacular as, say, Circus of the Stars, but then you didn't wear the tights I asked you to, did you? Oh, and one more thing.
You don't know Jack!
And now there's a cereal for you.
Player 2, I don't want to add insult to injury, but what are you, dumb? Those other two made it to the high scoreboard, and well, just look at them. If you want to redeem yourself by playing another game, give me a sign. Hey, if you think this episode is a keeper, hit F and save it on your favorites list. I hear they're even more delicious the next day.
For more. Don't be afraid. Ask for it by name. Milk Toast. Breakfast of Gigglewimps.
I thought about holding the door open for her, but when I looked down at my bracelet, I thought, what would Satan do? So I slammed the door in her face and bit the heads off all the lab rats.
Satanko.
Tonight on the World of Sports Network 2, we continue with our countdown of the worst athletes of the 20th century. At number 67, 11-year-old Billy Wainwright, 4th string running back for the Oak Hill Township Lions.
This is so dumb! I hate you, Dad! You're not even my real dad! I never wanted to play this stupid game in the first place!
Billy Wainwright, the boy who never wanted to play this stupid game in the first place.
The chicken is amazing.
Best chicken ever.
What's the secret?
The secret's in the special fats and oils we fry them in. Nobody makes chicken right like Dr. Benway's Fried Chicken and Liposuction Shack. The secret's in the fat.
Tonight on the World of Sports Network 2, we continue with our countdown of the worst athletes of the 20th century. At number 53, Herb Dunkel, accounts receivable clerk and last-minute villain for the Johnson Tool and Die Company bowling team.
Come on, Dunkel, we need this one. Dunkel, you suck!
You bowl like my mother!
Herb Dunkel, the man, some say, who bowled like your mother.
Cheap liposuction?
That's so cheap.
How do you make liposuction so cheap?
Volume. Your ugly fat gets eaten away. Better breasts and thighs at Dr. Benway's Fried Chicken and Liposuction Shack. Where the fat goes, nobody knows.
Hi there. I'm Peter Fully from the American Council on Urine. If you have an opportunity to pee, grab that opportunity and pee into the appropriate receptacle of your choice. I just did, and I feel great.
The American Council on Urine.
Sounds like someone just lost a radio. Does everyone ignore your car alarm? Well, there's no ignoring the screaming Mimi. Your car is always in danger, so the screaming Mimi keeps screaming all the time. All eyes will be on your car, guaranteed.
Hey, would you shut that thing up?
See what I mean?
Also available, the Screaming Mimi smoke detector and the Screaming Mimi baby monitor.
You look so pretty.
Oh, Billy.
Mommy,
He's the light of my life. So it was hard when Robert left.
Daddy is an astronaut. He's in space now. Isn't that great?
I just couldn't do it on my own. I couldn't be both mom and dad to Billy, and I so wanted Robert and his dream to be a part of our lives.
When you work in space, who cares for the family you leave behind? At the National Aeronautics and Space Reassignment Station, we think we have the answer.
Space Monkey!
We'll place one of our specially trained space monkeys in your home. A monkey who's lived in space, who knows the glory and the heartache of an interplanetary career, and who has an infinite capacity for love.
Hey, monkey, this time I'll be daddy and you'll be mission control.
Billy, careful of Banana's diaper.
The National Aeronautics and Space Reassignment Station.
Houston, we have a parenting problem.
Space Station, we have a solution.